Guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, my name is Din and I'm going to show you how to prepare your ingredients, mix the spices and then cook the dish. Very simple method I'm going to use, so please follow the instructions carefully. So let's cook. I have compiled a list of ingredients required to make this dish. Please pause the video and get your ingredients ready. So let's begin. This is a dish called butter chicken. In India it's very popular. In Indian restaurants in the UK it's very popular. Also known as chicken makhani. Now I always like to get a whole chicken and cut it to my preference. So it's entirely up to you. You can do it this way, or you can buy chicken breasts or chicken thighs. Don't cut the pieces too small. Leave it medium size. To this we're going to add juice of 1 lemon. You can use bottled juice, but I prefer to use fresh lemon juice. Put in garlic and ginger paste, about a tablespoonful. You know how to make this. It's 50% garlic, 50% ginger. In that I just put in 1.5 teaspoons of Kashmir Red chili. Make sure it's Kashmir Red chili, otherwise if you put in any other chili it become too hot. And plus the Kashmir Red chili gives it a nice color. Put also in there the turmeric, the cumin and the coriander powder, and 1.5 teaspoon of salt. Give it a good mix, then put cling film on the top and leave it in the fridge overnight. Then the next day, put a piece of foil on top of a tray and skewer the chicken like you see. And put your grill on at the highest temperature. We're going to try to cook this chicken as quick as possible to maintain the moisture in the chicken. So as soon as the temperature is really hot, put it under the grill. We're only going to turn it once. So when it gets a little bit brown color, as you can see, just turn it over once. This process will take about 5 to 6 minutes depending on how hot your oven is. Then do the same on the other side and then your chicken is ready for the sauce. Now take it out and cut it into smaller pieces unless you want it that size. So in the saucepan we're going to put 1/2 cup of oil and about 50 grams of butter. Now we're going to create the sauce. In this we put a couple of sticks of cinnamon, a couple of bay leaves, and again garlic and ginger paste, about a tablespoon. To this we're going to put our onions, and bring to a high heat, and salt, about 2 teaspoons of salt. Now bring the heat up to full, keep stirring so that it doesn't burn or anything, and we're going to soften the onions for a good 5 to 10 minutes this way. Now we put in our tomatoes, give it a good stir, and when it's at a right temperature we're going to put a lid on it and turn it a little bit down and let it cook gently. This process will take a good 40 minutes. We want to really soften the onions so they melt melting point. As you can see, the onions have really softened down now after 40 minutes. Now I prefer to put this mixture through a sieve, but you can put it in a blender if you wish, then sieve it to make sure there's no bits of tomato skin. But this is the way I like to do it, and it works for me. With a spoon, just push it through. If you got a little bit of water just in the frying pan, just put the water in as well. That'll help the last bits go through, and whatever skin and residue is left and the whole spices we'll just discard. Then in the same saucepan, put about 3 tablespoons of oil, and again some butter, probably about, I would put about 30 grams of butter. Once it's melted, then put again 1.5 chili powder, Kashmiri chili powder, your cumin, coriander, once you get to this stage, give a little stir to the spices in the oil and the butter, like so, before you add your onion and tomato sauce. If you find that your onion and tomato sauce is quite thick, add a little bit more water. The sauce should be this consistency. To this we add the cashew nut, which what I've done is ground it into a powder. Add a couple of green chilies which I've sliced. Give it a good stir. And some methi leaves. Crush it between your hands so it turns into a powder. Like so. Give it a good stir. Turn it down a little, we don't want it to burn. You know, we've come all this way and we don't want to have a burnt taste in our sauce. Now we add the cream. Roughly about a cup of cream I'm putting in here. We're nearly ready now to add our chicken. Give it a few minutes, like so. About 2 teaspoons of honey, or 3, it's up to you. But I have it less sweet, so you can put 2 teaspoons of honey. If you haven't got honey, you can put 2 tablespoons of sugar. Give it a good mix. Taste it if the salt content is right. If not, then add a little bit more salt now. The beauty of curry is that you can add little bits as you go along. Now add the chicken. We're not going to cook the chicken too long, maybe maximum of about 5 to 10 minutes. We just want to basically heat the chicken up. And put the lid on it, turn it down and cook it for 5 to 10 minutes and we're done. This is a really nice dish, you must try this and let me know how you get on.